Welcome to Sports Talk.
Welcome, I'm Nick. Without Not Sports. Today we're going over the 2021 NFL Draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ladies and gentlemen, Pittsburgh. Few good picks, few picks. I just don't know the players. I mean, we scattered 250 players. Some guys just didn't make the sheet. So, Tomlin, don't know what you're doing. Last year, Mike, we were kind of questioning their draft. This year,
Claypool ended up working out for him. He did.
Who's that?
Chase Claypool.
Yeah. Yes.
We questioned.
Look, you look at this draft. I have a few picks I like, few picks that I really don't know of. But we're just gonna hop right into this. Real fast though, gotta call out my guy, the Hube. I'm staring you down right now. I remember all leading up to the draft. We have guys at the camp. We're all eyes are on Travis Etienne. I said, Noah, there's no way you can go with Travis Etienne. It's gonna be Naji Harris. No. Our entire staff's with Travis Etienne. We're making it noticeable. We're going. I said, Noah, there's no way you take Travis Etienne. Najee Harris is the number one bat. Over and over again. And look, you guys went with Naji Harris. So, Mike, going to you. What do you think about the first pick?
All right. Well, I've been telling people on this channel and pretty much everybody that the Steelers needed a running back. I said James Conner stinks years ago. I think I was right about that. And now you went and you got your guy. You got a guy in Naji Harris that can do everything on the football field. He can catch the ball. He can run people over. He can juke. He can hit holes. There's nothing that Naji Harris really can't do on his field. He can block. The only thing I would say, he's not the fastest guy in the world, but it doesn't matter because his skill set is so big and he can do everything. He can catch the football. That's impressive to a guy his size that can catch the football as good as he can catch the football. I think this was the only pick for the Steelers to go, unless one of those star offensive tackles fell to him, which I don't think there was anybody crazy fell to him. So I think Naji Harris was definitely the pick here. I love this pick. This is the best running back in the draft, and I'm truly excited to see how they use him. I think they're going to use him a lot like Le'Veon Bell when Le'Veon Bell was going off. Good pick, yeah. Pittsburgh. You finally made a great pick in the first round.
Yes. Look, to me, I said Naji Harris. I mean, this was my number one running back in the draft. I mean, I think I truly think him and Etienne are such special talents. I mean, you talk about the good running back draft classes. This was a hell of a first two, at least, between Harris and Etienne. I said Harris is a one-cut, big, stiff arm, and don't let the big guy fool you. He can catch the football, kind of a football player. I said his ability to find the hole in the red zone makes him a great goal line back. He breaks some arm tackles, but he is not a true big power back. In my scouting, everyone was saying, this guy's a power back, this guy's a power back. But I saw personally, I thought he was more of a elusive than power guy. But he can use a stiff arm, right? He's a really good stiff armor to break the arm tackle. So to me, Naji Harris is a really good one cut, boom. Here's a stiff arm. Goodbye. I'm getting to the outside. I'm gone. Or, hey, give me the ball in the backfield. He really worked on his catching ability throughout his years in college. I'm a huge fan of Naji Harris. He's my number one running back on the board. I give this pick an A+ for Pittsburgh. I absolutely love this pick. Let's go to the next guy, Pat Fryermuth. Go ahead.
Pat Fryermuth. I think this is a phenomenal pick. We know the Steelers have struggled to find a tight end position since Heath Miller has no longer been on this team, and I think they just found the guy. I heard a lot of people comparing Pat Fryermuth to Rob Gronkowski. Now, I don't know necessarily if I go that crazy because that's comparing him to probably will be a Hall of Famer. But I do think that Pat Fryermuth is a phenomenal pick for the Steelers. I think he's dangerous in the pass game. His only problem is that he lacks elite speed, but with the way the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger use their tight ends, they don't need a guy with crazy speed. I think he's a mismatch problem because of his size. What do you have him listed as, Nick?
My exact listing for Pat Fryermuth is
6'5", something.
6'5", 258.
So exactly. I think he's going to be a mismatch in coverage because of his size. I think he's going to be able to go up and get it. This is going to be a huge part for the Steelers offense this year. I like this pick. This is my second tight end on my list. I'm a big fan of Pat Fryermuth. I like to see him block better, but he'll get there. I'm a fan of this pick also.
Yeah, look, Pat Fryermuth, I'm just going to come right out and say it, right? A lot of people did make those comparisons, and he honestly kind of did remind me. I mean, again, now that's crazy to say, but his style of play kind of does remind me of that Gronkowski play.
Very
Here are my
physical.
notes for him. It's weird that Pittsburgh got like the two guys that I'm writing a poem for, but here we go again. Here's my notes. In old school, I'm going to take these yards. Thank you very much. Kind of a tight end. Okay. He is a powerful runner when the ball is in his hands. He will not go down easy. He lacks explosive speed, as Mike mentioned, which I said is going to hurt his stock a bit in today's NFL. And I said he does kind of remind me of a mini Grunt, and that was his comparison. Look, to me, love the player. Didn't really need the pick this year. Ebron's their starting tight end probably. I mean, Fryermuth might be too, but they really need offensive linemen. This individual player, great draft grade on him. For the fit here, right now this year, probably could have went offensive lineman.
Yeah, they could.
He's my second best tight end in this draft. I'm going to give this draft grade individually a C+, just because I love Fryermuth, but I feel like an offensive lineman here was probably smarter for Pittsburgh than going with a second tight end on their team. I think we can both kind of agree that offensive lineman probably would have been a little bit more helpful this year, especially since Big Ben's probably last year. Let's go to the next guy. Neither of us scouted Kendrick Green, correct?
No.
Dan Moore?
Dan Moore, no.
Buddy Johnson?
No.
Isaiah Loudermilk, I think we both heard of throughout the draft, but I don't think either of us scouted him.
Yeah.
Last but not least, well, this guy, and then we got two more. Quincy Roshan, I'm pretty sure you and me both scouted him.
I did scout. I ranked him as my 8th edge rusher in this draft. They list him as a linebacker, but he's going to be rushing most likely for the Steelers. And with the way the Steelers had injuries last year, this is a good pick just to have another guy that can come in and play and be effective rushing. He's explosive off the snap, and he's got a good burst. He blows by offensive tackles, and he has good speed to turn the corner. He's a good pass rusher, but there are some problems with him. He's not very big. I think he's 6'2" something, isn't he, Nick?
On my notes, let me just pull up my Excel sheet.
He's definitely undersized. I had written down here.
Let me see. Quincy Rosche is 6'2", 245. Yeah.
So he's undersized, especially when you're going up against 6'6" offensive tackles. He can move well, but I don't think he has the strength yet. He doesn't play very strong. He plays more of a speed role, which may not work as good in the NFL as it does in college. He's not heavy enough, in my opinion. He's very light. I think he lacks lower body strength, and I'd like to see him have a little bit more of a higher motor. Sometimes it seems like he got relaxed to me and wasn't bringing it 100% all the time. But in the 6th round, I think this is definitely a great value for Quincy Rosche. To be honest with you, in the 6th round, I'm a fan of it, and I like it for a depth add. I mean, in the 6th round, you're not going to get many good guys that don't need work. He needs work. I like the value, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I had him also listed as an edge rusher. He's my 6th ranked edge rusher, which is really good for where they got him.
Yeah, they got him.
I said absolutely relentless. He has one of the highest motors I've seen yet in the draft. That was up to the point I watched him. He just won't stop pushing forward to try to get to the passer. He has a great jump off the snap and uses his finesse move to get around the offensive tackle. Only question to me was his run defense. I did not see much film on him really stuffing the run on defense. So right now, in my opinion, he is relentless, very high motor, doesn't quit, good at using finesse moves to get around the offensive tackle, great jump off the snap. Don't know much about his run defense, so he could be a situational guy, right, this late in the draft. Hey, 3rd down, Quincy, come in, rush the passer, see what he can do. Really like the pick for this individual pick. I'll give it an A. Mike, Trey Norwood, neither of us know.
No.
How about Presley Harvin?
Presley Harvin, I did scout him. Yes, I did. He was my 3rd-ranked punter. I thought he was higher, but no, he was my 3rd-ranked punter from Georgia Tech. This is a good pick because I do think he's an NFL punter. He's got the leg for it. He has an impressive net average of 44.8 yards per punt in 2020. And I saw him handle some terrible snaps and still get the punt off. So I'm actually excited for this. I do think he'll probably be the Steelers punter this year. I like the pick. That's my 3rd punter. I scouted 5 or 6 of them, I think. So that's a good pick for the Steelers there.
Yeah.
Preston Harvin. A lot of people probably didn't know who he was.
I know he is. He's a big guy.
You know, yeah.
That's all I know.
It looks like an offensive lineman.
That's all I know about him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mike, draft grade for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Go ahead. From
the guys we knew, so we didn't know everybody, but I think Naji Harris is a phenomenal pick. I like their second round pick and Pat Fryermuth more than you do. I think this guy's going to make a huge impact on this team because even with Ebron, they had Vance McDonald. The Steelers have not been able to find that consistent tight end, and I think Pat Fryermuth will be that consistent tight end. So I like that pick a lot. I didn't know your third, fourth, or your second, fourth. Heard of your fifth pick, but didn't go into depth on him. Quincy Rosche, I liked a lot in the 6th round. I think that's a phenomenal value. And I like the punter. So Pittsburgh, I'm going to go with an A- for your draft based off the players I knew because that's how much I liked it. I was impressed by what they did. I really was.
Yeah, for me, again, let's go back real fast. You look, Naji Harris, huge fan. That's an A+ in my opinion. Pat Fryermuth, love the player, love the kid, great tight end, second in the draft. That's where I would put him. It's just that, again, I don't know if that was a pick for Pittsburgh. I'm not saying it won't be a good pick in the future. I'm saying right now Pittsburgh's supposed to be a playoff team, right? That can make –
they need it.
Some people would say that they can make the Super Bowl, right? We don't know. But will this pick be the pick that gets them there when there was really good offensive linemen on the board? I don't know. And then you draft Kendrick Green, who I have no idea who he is. Dan Moore, I'm pretty sure, is another offensive lineman that I have no idea who he is. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was
Texas A&M.
Yeah, right. So to me, it's like
the guys I knew I liked.
And Quincy Rosche, I really like that pick for the value. Overall, I do give the Steelers a B+ as a draft grade. I was between a B+ and an A-, but I'm going to go with a B+. I like the players he drafted. Kind of question not taking offensive linemen more earlier, but I really do like Fryermuth for the future. I think he'd be an absolutely great tight end. And I do like Naji Harris, #1 running back. And then you draft my 6th ranked edge rusher really late in the draft. If you get my #1 running back, my #2 tight end, and my 6th ranked edge rusher, that's a hell of a draft for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like the draft. Again, just kind of question not taking an offensive lineman earlier than they did. Anything else, Mike?
No, I'm excited to see what they do. Honestly, I don't see the Steelers being that good this year. I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see. We will have a video on that hopefully soon coming up.
I think the Ravens and the Browns are going to be tough. I really do.
Yeah, so again, we'll talk about that more in our upcoming video. So guys, for coaching grades, division rankings, and a lot of hot takes, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are
Built Better.
See you guys soon. Peace.